And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, my name is Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at Draftosaurus. I was very interested in this game for two reasons. One, dinosaurs. Come on now. Second, Draftosaurus, it has drafting in it. Drafting is one of my favorite game mechanisms. Drafting is where you take a hand of cards usually, and you keep one of the cards and then pass the card to the next person who keeps one, and they go around. And so you're always struggling and saying, I want to take the thing that's best for me, but I also want to stop, Susan from getting the thing that's best for her, and Bob from getting the best thing that's for him. So there's a little bit of that's always interesting. In this game, you're not drafting cards, you're drafting actually little wooden dinosaurs. So far, everything sounds good. I hope so. In the game, each player gets their own dinosaur board, which they'll put in front of them. This is the summer board. You can also play with an alternate winter board. There's a bag full of dinosaurs. These dinosaurs are different shapes and colors, although dinosaurs that are the same shape are also the same color. There's going to be 2 rounds in the game. In each round, players are going to draw 6 dinosaurs from the bag. One person is chosen to go first. They'll take this die. They're going to roll the die. Depending on what they roll, everyone is going to pick a spot on their board to place the dinosaur. They have to follow the placement die. Except the person who rolled the die, that person can place the dinosaur in any spot on their board that they so desire. If you don't want to follow the placement die, you're also allowed to always simply place a dinosaur in the river. So the placement sides are, if it shows the tree here, then you need to place your dinosaur in one of the pens that's in the forest. If it shows the rock, the ground, then you have to place it in one of these 3 pens. If it shows the human beings, the bathroom signs, you need to place it on this side. There's a sign here showing that. And if it shows the coffee cup, you need to place it on this side. If it shows this here, then it needs to be in an empty pen. So as long as there's no other dinosaur in that pen, you can place it there. And if it shows the T-Rex, that means you have to put it in a pen that does not have a T-Rex in. So if I have a T-Rex here, I can't put this here, but I can put it in any other pen. If I have a T-Rex, I can put it in a pen as long as there's not another T-Rex in that pen. The game will end after 2 rounds. You'll have 12 dinosaurs in your zoo. Every dinosaur in the river is going to score points. Each of the other pens is going to score points depending. In this first one, in the Forest of Sameness, you can only put dinosaurs that are the same type in here. And depending on how many you have, you'll score from 2 to 24 points. Now, the opposite of that over here is the pen of differences, and here you want to have dinosaurs that are different. And this one goes from 1 to 21 points, because it's harder to get ones that are different, especially since other players can see. Here, you need to have 3 dinosaurs that are the same. And you put them there, and that's going to be 7 points for each trio you have. I mean, you can have other dinosaurs in there, but if there's less than 3, they won't score you points. And very similarly, down here in the Prairie of Love, every pair is going to give you 5 points. And again, if you just have 1, that's not going to give you anything. Up here, you can put 1 dinosaur only, and whichever dinosaur you put there, if you have the most of that dinosaur at the end of the game, then, so for example here I have 4, then you'll score 7 points. And down here, the solitary island, here you put a dinosaur, and if that's the only one in your zoo, you'll score 7 points. In this case, I have 2 of them, so I don't, but if that dinosaur wasn't there, then I would score 7 points. Everyone will add all their points together, and whoever has the most points is the winner, except, don't forget, the T-Rex are awesome, because every pen that has a T-Rex in gets 1 extra victory point. And again, like I said, on the other side of the board, there's going to be alternate ways to score points. Just different ways, putting them in, and you can see a tree, different dinosaurs, and so on and so forth. The boards themselves, nice wooden boards here, or cardboard boards. The dinosaurs, really like the dinosaurs. They're easy to tell apart, no color blindness problems here. Different shapes, different things. I mean, yes, you got to keep them in your hand, but really there's only 6, and then you take them and pass them to the next person. So that's pretty simple. You just take one, pass them to the next person. Easy to keep them secret, I guess, in your hand. And it's also easy to tell what they are. The symbology on the boards is not that difficult. The same, different, groups of 3, groups of 2. The only one in your zoo, the one you have the most of. That's pretty easy to explain to people. Also the symbology here. This might take a while to remember what does what, but it's not, again, it's not that hard. The quality is pretty good. Everything's easy to carry around and easily fits in this box. Sometimes I just love when there's a little game that hits that sweet spot. Not every game needs to be big and grandiose. Draftosaurus is not that way. Dinosaurs are in board games right now. There are a lot of them. But this game here is so simple, so easy to play. It's one of those games when you play it, you're like, let's play it again. And in fact, in the rules, they have basically a variant where you can play the summer board, then the winter board, and add your 2 scores together. That is the way to play for me. It really is. Because 2 rounds is good. It's short, it's simple, it's a little filler game, a game you play between other games. But playing the full thing isn't that much longer. I mean, it's twice as long, honestly, but drafting 12 dinosaurs is not too hard. The game makes you make tough decisions. You'd see the T-Rexes come by. T-Rexes are awesome. They're worth a point. You also see what someone, you want to put that dinosaur on the top and get those 7 points for having the most of it, but then you want to make sure you have the most of it. Or that solitary dinosaur, you put one down there at 7 points. That's easy, right? You just don't take another dinosaur that type. But what if you're forced to? What if that last dinosaur that comes to you, dinosaur number 6 or around, is that type? But if I wait to the end to put it there, I might not get the points. And you will find yourself putting dinosaurs in a river. Sometimes you have to because the place that you would have put the dinosaur is full because of the placement die. And the placement die is kind of brilliant. It gives you this restriction. It usually lets you only put in half the pens, which may even be even more restricted, but when it's your turn, you can put it anywhere you want. Sometimes you find yourself following the placement die anyway. I have this kind of rebellious streak. It's like, well, I will do whatever the placement die is. I will do the opposite just because I can. And it's kind of annoying when it's like, well, the best move is to follow the placement die, but this was my turn to not follow it. It's fun, it's simple, it's cute, it looks good when it's done. This is the kind of game that I would put in the category of games like No Thanks and other small games where they're easy to pull out, they're easy to teach, they feel like they have depth. You can play them time and time and time again. Also, in case I didn't mention it before, dinosaurs. And you might say, Tom and dinosaurs, but I'll tell you what, dinosaurs are a great way to get people into playing game because pretty much everyone likes dinosaurs. See Jurassic World for details. And it's telling them there's Draftosaurus. If you've never heard of drafting before, it's a simple concept. This game's really easy to teach, and it feels like there's some in-depth to it. Not really, but when it's a game when it's over, you can play it again or put it away, play a bigger game, come back and play it. I think this one's going to be doing very well this year. Highly recommend it, Draftosaurus. Dice Tower Judgment, approved!
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.